Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I feel like we just did this a few hours ago because we did. Last night we covered TLC's 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, and today we're doing Darcey and Stacey. So yes, I've already recapped this twice with you, but I did it because there was an early premiere. And now that it re-premiered last night, for the actual premiere, we're doing it again. I have to get my breath this morning. 4 shots of espresso and I'm ready to go, always. Guys, welcome into the room. While everybody gets into the room, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about a few things, and then we'll get started. We'll do our recap. If you guys haven't already, I posted my video for the free vacation giveaway. Make sure that you guys go on, check it out. It's super easy to enter. And who doesn't want a free vacation? Also, guys, I'm about to hit 6,000 subscribers. So you know how this works. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to bring my fiance on to recap with me. You guys have been asking, so I'm finally going to bring him on, and I'm going to bring him out from behind the wall. And then also, guys, we're going to open a merch store. And the merch store is so exciting because it's going to be catered to anti-bullying and giving back. We're going to turn a negative into a positive. Now that I'm getting more subscribers, a lot of you who haven't been here since the beginning, you're asking me, who's Jolene? And why do you always say bye, Jolene? Jolene is a cyber bully, and she just always leaves aggressive comments. So again, we're turning a negative into a positive, and we're going to give back to anti-bullying. But yeah, guys, 22 in the room. Let's hit 50. And with that being said, let's jump right into Darcey and Stacey. And remember, guys, after Darcey and Stacey, I'm going to be recapping Real Housewives of Potomac. I know TLC and Bravo, they're two different audiences, but I'm going to be doing that on Sherelle's World at 11 a.m. I'm still feeling it a little bit. All right, guys, everybody's in the room. All right, so Darcey and Stacey. This pretty much, like I said before in my recaps, Darcey and Stacey, Darcey got her own spinoff, and why? Because she's eccentric, she's dramatic, she's over the top, and there's 2 of her. While Stacey's not technically as dramatic, sure, she's right there with her, and they have the same interests. They're pretty much almost the same person. And you'll see that if you watch the episode. Let's go over it. They're 45. They're from Middleton, Connecticut. They have the same cars. They had the same matching apartments. They got married around the same time, divorced around the same time. They have kids around the same time. They live in the same house that their dad, Mike, bought. The whole family lives in this house, but they literally do everything together. They have matching Nissans, which I don't technically understand because she's also wearing a crocodile Birkin, and a crocodile Birkin, $100,000 crocodile Birkin does not go well with a Nissan. Something's not matching up, Darcey, but we'll get into that later, guys. So pretty much this whole thing, Darcey's love life was such a, excuse me for saying this, I'm not opinionated, but a literal train wreck on 90 Day Fiance that TLC was like, hey, we're going to bring you on and give you your own spinoff. And there's 2 of you, you and Stacey both, you kind of both have your own little train wreck stories. Then yeah, let's do this. So Darcey and Stacey got a spinoff. If you don't know much about Stacey, because we obviously know Darcey was with Tom and Jesse, they showed the flashbacks at the beginning of the episode. Stacey's been with Florian. So there's an age gap here. Stacey's 45, Florian's 25. When they met, they've been together for 5 years. So, 25 and 40. Sorry. So now they're 45 and 30. But yeah, they've been together for 5 years, and now they're finally starting this whole K1 process. Meaning he's going to come over. Florian's finally going to come to the United States, experience life here, and she has 90 days to figure out, does she want to keep him around or not? I'm going to get into the reasons why this is probably going to be a potential problem in a minute, because there's a lot going against Florian and Stacey. There's cheating scandals. There's the fact that he's a big adult baby. He doesn't do anything for himself. He can't drive. He can't cook. There's so much to get into, but let's just go back to start to finish, right? So we recap the girls' dating history and kind of what's coming up and what's new in their lives. Okay, so they've obviously, every time we see Darcey, we see her look a little bit more different, and that's not there's no shade thrown here. She looks a little bit different each time and each new season. And Stacey, so we go work out, and they're super into taking care of themselves and fitness, whatever, but then they start having the real conversation. Darcey's like, are you sure that you're ready for Florian to come here? Like, is this right for you, Stacey? And if you know their history, they always go back and forth. There's always sister tension. They're always trying to one up like each other. Darcey's always trying to, especially she's even more competitive than Stacey. And Stacey's at this point, like, just Darcey, let me have this time. I supported you. I supported the relationships that you ran off and did. I supported when you were in love after 2 seconds. I've been with this guy for a long time. Just let it go. You have to support it. Just be there for me. That's all I'm asking. And she's like, okay, we'll see what happens. But is Stacey being there for Darcey? And this is kind of where I'm conflicted. So after they get done playing tennis and working out, Stacey goes to meet Tom. Okay, so multiple questions here, and I asked them already in my recaps, but I'm asking again because we're all here together. One, what is Tom doing in Middleton, Connecticut? Two, why? Why did they bring Tom back again? Especially, is Tom trying to get on TV again? Is he trying to get back with Darcey? He's already called her fat. He's already said that has she put on weight? Why are we bringing Tom back into the picture? Unless if you go with my theory is that production was trying to vindicate Darcey after he called her fat, and now they're trying to make him look like the joke by telling him like, okay, you need to come on and make a cameo, whatever, and making it seem like it's going to be in his favor. That way he would come on. Or somebody else came on my show and said this too. Maybe they're trying to bring Tom onto another new show coming up on TLC, and in order to do that, he had to fill this contract obligation. That could have been true too. So either one. Alexis, thank you so much for the super sticker. Alabama Camper says Tom is thirsty. Alabama Camper, I don't think you're wrong. And also, guys, did you see the confessionals? Because I don't know if this was a long day or just a lot to drink. Darcey, this is no shade. I really love you, but the confessionals were a little kind of. Okay, so let's get back to Stacey meeting Tom. This is what I wasn't understanding. Tom wanted to meet Stacey just to pretty much talk about how he's moved on in his life, how he's doing better, and how he's worried about Darcey. Darcey's blocked Tom, so he can't get a hold of her. And he wants to tell her that he thinks that she needs a therapist. So Tom, you came all the way from England to tell Stacey to tell Darcey that she needs a therapist? That's exactly why he came, supposedly. He came to tell her that she needs a therapist and she should seriously seek getting help out, because if she doesn't, she's going to carry this emotional baggage into her new relationships. I don't know if Stacey's technically buying that that's why Tom is there. Stacey just pretty much puts her foot down and she's like, look, just stop contacting Darcey, stop reaching out. We don't want you around. You've already done enough. You've done the damage. You called her fat. You've really, really hit below the belt. It's done, Tom. It's done. And she gets up and walks away. And there we go, having Tom look like a fool, which I'm actually glad, because again, you shouldn't call a woman fat. That's bullying. We don't like bullies. So bye, Tom. Bye, Jolene. So we after we see Stacey meet up with Tom, then we get to meet Mike. So if you guys didn't watch the episode, Mike is Darcey and Stacey's dad. Mike kind of has an interesting story. He's a character of his own. Like I said in the previous recaps, that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Mike has a fiance over in China where he's lived for the past 24 years because I guess because he's lived there for the past 24 years. He works in China. He comes home twice a year for 2 weeks at a time to spend time with the family. Again, everybody lives under the same house that Mike bought for the family. And yeah, when he's not visiting with the Silvas, I guess he's with his fiance. But we end up meeting Mike, and Darcey's starting to gossip a little bit, and she knows what gets the ratings. So she tells Mike, hey, listen, what do you think about Florian coming to the United States, Dad? Like, are you excited? Because I have some tea for you. Did you see these photos of Florian cheating? That wasn't right, Darcey. So Darcey ends up sharing the photos, and sure, there's not kissing or anything like that involved, but they are laying on top of a pillow, his shirt's off, and she's in lingerie. So it's about, you can't get more obvious than that. So the guy's pretty much stone cold busted, and Mike is a tough ASS. I can't say the word, I'm on YouTube, but he's definitely not going to let his daughters get run over, and he's not going to let Florian do it. That's for sure. So I can't wait to see what happens. Mike addresses this in such a mature way too. He lets Darcey know, I'm going to have a conversation with Florian, man to man. Like, I'll pull him aside. We'll have that conversation. Okay, cool. Pan back over to dinner. Now we're going to dinner. I'm just going through recap, scene by scene. We go to dinner. We end up meeting the mom. We end up meeting, God, you guys, I'm going so fast right here. We end up meeting Aspen and Aniko, which we've seen on 90 Day Fiance before. And we meet Stacey and Darcey's, of course, dad, Mike, and their mom. So everybody's sitting around, and the mom's really funny. She starts talking about Florian, calling him Furian. And again, like I said, it's not funny to make fun of somebody's name, but it's funny because she's just kind of dismissing, you've been in this relationship for 5 years. We haven't met him, and oh, he's finally coming. Okay, great. So it was all right. We get to meet him. I don't think this is going to work. I'm curious what you guys think. Go ahead and comment below. But I'm pretty sure the mom doesn't think this is going to work either. But she's optimistic. She's pretty cool about it. We see Aspen and Aniko, they bring up the whole music thing when the ladies, they film their music video. I don't even want to get into that because that was just awful, but more power to you if you can make sales on it. I guess it's a bop in the sense that you're kind of bopping your head if you're like really wasted, and maybe then you would be into it. But if you're sober, you're definitely not listening to it. I just want to say that. But I still love you, Darcey, and I still love you, Stacey. I'm just not listening to your music. I'm sorry. But after dinner, we see Stacey talk to Florian on FaceTime. So Florian's like, I love you, baby. I can't wait to come visit you. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to finally be with you. This is where Stacey finally has to address in the confessionals the cheating rumor. So pretty much, again, it's the photos. The photos need to be addressed. What Florian is saying is this was kind of like a fan, somebody who wanted to take photos for social media. And so he got sucked into it. Again, guys, no shirt, lingerie, pillow, okay? Busted. She's like, it was an accident and he knows this can't happen again. And I'm going to move forward. This is, I believe Florian, like, this is my man. We're going to stick side by side. Now, let me readdress, aside from the cheating scandal, all of the other problems that we're about to face here. So Florian can't drive. He doesn't know how to cook. He has no work ethic. He still lives with his parents. He speaks barely any English. He has a cheating scandal and he has an anger problem. Okay, and there's a big age gap. There's a 15-year age gap, which means Stacey's pretty much adopting a big Albanian baby. She's bringing him over, and I just don't see this working out in her favor. I don't see anything that he can bring to the table aside from, yes, Florian is a very good-looking man with a great body, but doesn't that go after a while? I mean, you can't let somebody sit there and just be like crazy aggressive and have no work ethic and they don't do anything around the house and they think that they're priority. Are you marrying Andre? Maybe you're on the wrong show. Maybe you should be on Happily Ever After. No, but so at least Darcey's kind of sticking up for the fact that, we need to be skeptical of this guy. So Florian is coming and he's cheated, and Darcey's like, he's starting to give me major Tom vibes. Again, Stacey's like, no F way, no hell way. Don't bring up Tom. He's nothing like Tom. Darcey, don't do this to me. She's pretty much saying, Darcey, this isn't it's not your place. I've always been happy for you. I always take you to the airport. I'm there for you. Be there for me. And Darcey's like, okay, I'm trying to be happy for you. But at this point, guys, again, I don't know if Darcey's just jealous because she doesn't have a man of her own, or if she's really, really concerned, or if it's just a mixture of both. I think it is a mixture of both because really, again, guys, Florian is a big adult baby. He is going to be around all the time, which means Stacey's not going to be available all the time, which means Darcey and Stacey are not always going to be together. They were one twosome. Now it's one threesome, which means Darcey and Stacey are going to be separate onesomes and Stacey and Florian are going to be one twosome. This is why Darcey went and got a man. This is why she went on online dating and she got a Bulgarian man who we're going to meet next episode. We're at least going to hear about him. She's hinted at him a little bit. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're doing a great job, Adam. Thanks so much for that awesome energy that you bring. Thank you. Brought to you by Starbucks and my 4 shots of espresso every morning. Thank you, guys. But no, so she's showing her concern, and Stacey's like, block, get out of here. I'm not taking this. Don't give me the bad vibes. You were here to help me find an outfit. I'm not having this. I'm not, I'm about to go pick up my man. So she does. She heads off to the airport to go pick up Florian. She's not daft though. She's going to make this seem like America is the best place ever for Florian to be, right? So she's not going to take him straight to Middleton, Connecticut. She's going to take him to New York City. She's going to show him the works, the fireworks, the Times Square, everything that's glitz and glamour before she takes him to really what is and where he's going to be stuck and just kind of, that's going to be his new life. Because Middleton, Connecticut, I don't think it's anything like New York City, but I could be wrong. I've lived in New York, but I've never been to Middleton, Connecticut. I just have a feeling they're not the same. But we're going to see, she goes to pick Florian up. And this was one of my favorite parts when she goes to get into the back of the car. And I love how she scoots in and she takes off her shoes and she puts on her Louboutins, even though the heel's this big, and she goes to walk off. And I know we talked about this many other times in my other recaps, but when she's going to walk off and she stumbles a little bit, she recovers, but it's like if you're gonna wear these heels, Stacey, you got to learn how to walk in them. And I really firmly believe that, because I saw this on Hot Chicks, and it's when her little brother Booger tries walking in them, and the dad supports it, and he's like, Booger, if you're gonna wear those heels, you got to learn how to walk in them. That's why. So that's why I firmly believe, Stacey, if you're gonna wear the Louboutins, you got to learn how to walk in them. Darcey knows how to walk in them, even though she cries in them, but she still knows how to walk in them. Okay. But no, she goes in, we see her about to get Florian. We know that's coming up. We know Florian's coming in, and it's going to be a bang out. Why do we know this? Because we saw the trailer for the rest of the season. We know that Darcey's going to talk to Florian's little cheating scandal woman on FaceTime. She's going to expose everything that happened. Darcey's going to end up telling Stacey. We know that Florian ends up snapping on all of Stacey's friends. We know that Mike is about to address Florian, and we know Darcey's getting a new man. So there's a lot coming up. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link below so I can take a few callers. And yeah, I'm curious what you guys think is what's going to be coming up for the next episodes. I know we got the obvious trailer, and I was hoping, here, let me drop this while I'm doing this. I was really hoping that, like, kind of 90 Day Fiance, when I watch that, I always get the first look right after. So the same night that I get 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, you know, I'll get the first look for the next episode. And I'm sure many of you guys do too. And I was really hoping that Darcey and Stacey, we were going to get like a first 20 or 30 minute look into episode 2. No, womp, womp, womp. That's okay, guys. Did it drop? Okay. And guys, I'm going to give you guys like 3-4 minutes, see if anybody calls in. If not, don't forget, I'm doing Real Housewives of Potomac on Sherelle's World at 11 o'clock. So in 45 minutes, we're going to be covering that. I'm so excited too for the Real Housewives of Potomac, because it's just messy. Things are getting messy. And Candace is all over the place with her drama with now Giselle, obviously Monique. Obviously, it's a different platform. I'm not going to get into it now, but join me on Sherelle's World if you're watching Potomac. Hi, Carla.
Hi, Adam.
All right. So what did you think? What did you think of Darcey and Stacey?
Okay. It's okay. They weren't as emotional as I thought they were going to be.
Oh, it's going to get there.
I know. Darcey is going to be an emotional wreck. I can already see it coming. Especially with Stacey trying to do her own thing and Darcey really can't get into her ear. She is going to be an emotional wreck.
No, she can't handle it.
No,
she can't
not at
handle
all.
it. She can't handle and I mean, I think it's so funny though. They're that competitive and that on it that she's like, no, Stacey, you're not going to have a man here, and I'm not going to have a man online. I'm going to meet my new man in Bulgaria. It's what? Like, how did that happen? That just happened overnight. She's like, Stacey has a man coming. I need to do damage control. Find a man.
And he's got to be just as fine as Florian, if not finer. He has to have more money. He has to be further. He has to be more competitive. He has to be
younger, more athletic. He has to, a better body. I love though when her daughters call her out, and we talked about this in previous recaps too. I keep saying that, but we did. I love when the daughters call her out and they're like, "Is your picture at least like more current?" It's like,
stop be trying to flex. Show that Botox since you're spending all that money on it.
I saw her Instagram the other day, and she had a total Facetune photo up. She still does. She loves her Facetune photos.
She loves her filter.
Yeah, and if a man is going to date her at this point, I feel like they would have to know what she looks like anyways, because how many seasons has she been on? Unless, of course, they're just not getting these episodes over there in like Bulgaria or Albania, and you know what I mean? But they still have the internet.
And I mean, didn't he wake up to her? I know that makeup don't last forever.
I don't know how this is gonna go. All right, I'm just gonna bring in everybody, since I know that we're limited today because we're going on Sherelle's World. Jamal, Shan,
hey,
the party. All right, Shan, I'm gonna let you go first. What was your favorite? What's your favorite part about Darcey and Stacey?
No. I was going to answer your other question about what you think is happening next.
Oh, what do you think's happening next?
What is happening next is a whole bunch of the same. Crying, competing, ugly cry, competing, ugly cry. I don't think I can do it this season. Yes, that's it, Carla. No.
So you're gonna give it just a few more episodes and try it out?
I'm saying I'm not going to.
No? Well, Shan, your mic, it's kind of a little bit hard to hear you. I'm gonna drop you down and then bring you right back up. I'm gonna bring up another caller too. All right, guys. I also have Alexis. Hi, Alexis.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you for calling in. Since you just came up, I do want to go ladies first, real quick. What are we looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to seeing the breakdown when she finds out he was cheating, like really cheating.
But she knows.
She does know, but she really can't blame him because they were apart for a long time. She should just let it go.
So do you think actually listening to this woman kind of confirm like he was trying to get in my honey or whatever she's trying, like the aggressiveness of what she's saying about Florian, do you think that's really going to make Stacey be like, oh, hell?
I mean, she's going to break down, but I don't know. For the show, she probably break down, but she should just be like happy to have a young man. And he's really cute. He's like wasted 5 years in long distance relationship. I just charge it to the game. I don't know.
Did I hear, or was I tripping, or was I fantasizing this? Did I hear her say that she, or if, I don't know if it was Darcey or Stacey, but I thought I heard one of them say, like, because he's on this side of the world and they're here, she really doesn't care about what he does or how that goes.
Oh, I never heard that, but that makes sense to me.
I don't think that, I didn't hear that either, but if Darcey did say that, I feel like Darcey throws shade. Are you saying Darcey said that?
I can't remember which one it was, but I would have to go back and find it and send it to you. But I remember somebody saying that, like, he's all the way over here, I'm over here. I don't know, like, what they expect us to do,
Right.
I know she said that. I know that she said that they barely ever see each other, like twice a year or whatever.
Right. I think it was.
But
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it again to make
sure.
They have
a lot of balls, though. Both of them girls have a lot of balls to be with those young men. That would be too much for me because I want to be the cutest one in the relationship.
And they just keep on. Like, I feel like now that when Stacey gets rid of Florian, she's gonna trade up, and now she's gonna get it like a next level up man. Actually, I don't think Stacey's as petty as Darcey. Darcey would try to one up it.
No, she isn't.
Of course.
True.
Yeah.
Even the dad said that, right?
Yeah.
I think Stacey is genuine with everything that she does towards Darcey, but Darcey is so vindictive towards Stacey because she wants everything that Stacey has. So,
but Stacey really doesn't have anything.
If anything, right? They have everything the same. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does Stacey have that you don't? Besides,
especially like you can say a 5-year relationship, you can wear that like jewel on your crown, cool. But again, there's you're not here in America. You see each other very limited time. There's a cheating scandal. This man, like I said, I don't honestly, aside from like the lust and being able to touch like a nice washboard abs, there's no job. There's no ability to cook. They can barely communicate. His English isn't that great. He still lives with his parents. He can't drive. Like, he has an anger problem. I'm not really, the dots aren't really connecting for me. So it's not really like Stacey has something that Darcey doesn't have. I just think that Darcey is in her own mind. Like, oh, well, I don't know what goes through that woman's mind. I really like her though. I think she makes great TV. I just don't know what goes through her mind.
Absolutely.
She just. I want to hear Jamal. Yeah, Jamal.
I'm looking more forward for more Mike time. I want to see more Mike time. I like Mike. He's like old school. He's like that guy who has heads of security, aka henchmen. Oh, I like him. As far as the girls, I like Stacey a lot. She's the level-headed one. Darcey's the drama queen. Darcey's gonna be crying like every third episode, if not every other episode, because something's always gonna be wrong. Oh my god! Georgie didn't call me like at 3:45 like you said. It's 4:02. Like, what?
Oh no, it's gonna be that bad too, Jamal. Like, can you imagine? She's gonna be FaceTiming him in the bathtub, and then the next morning it's gonna be like, Georgie said he was gonna call me at 8 a.m. and it's 8:30. I'm happy for my sister. I want to be happy for her, but I want love too. It's like, chill out. It's been 30 minutes.
Right, he has other chicks to deal with before you.
Yeah,
he got scheduled.
Hello,
he's not Lana from the Ukraine.
He got scheduled to keep. But that's what it's gonna be. Like Darcey is. She just wants everything first and better than Stacey. She wants Stacey to be happy, but she wants to be better.
Just not happier than
older.
Her.
Right,
who's older.
That's why I want to know too. It sounds like I
know it's like 4 minutes, but who's older? 7.
I feel
7.
I'm gonna say Darcey, even though she acts younger.
Right.
That's a
what I
guess,
was
though.
gonna say,
I'm not spitting out
her
facts on that.
her younger sister is doing better than her. It doesn't sit right.
Right.
And
they're both Libras.
But
Libras,
did anyone
but
else?
like Jamal said, though, that's a balance for them.
Right. Did anyone else enjoy like Mike's openness about his daughters? Like he didn't sugarcoat it. He just laid everything out on the table. Like I'm like, okay, like I like you.
He gives you that major like Italian godfather, like protector of the family. He's not gonna listen. He'll let them play house, like he'll let them dress up and okay, but these are still his babies and you're not gonna F with them. That's like the vibes he gives. He's like, whatever, I don't really have time for this. I'm not into this nonsense, like these cameras and the glitz and glam. Let them do their thing, but like mess with my daughter and you're gonna have to deal with me. I like that.
Yeah, it was just his for me, what caught me was his openness about his daughters. He didn't like paint them out as princesses. He's like, well, no, they're both difficult.
Is he disappointed? Did we smell disappointment in his little read that he had?
He was just like he was just like, these are my daughters. This is who they are. They've always been this way. I'm like, I like when parents do that because it opens you up to them. Like, okay, I see like why the way you are. Like, you know, they're always picked on and like they just always felt left out. I'm like, this is why you guys are so over the top to make up for the attention you didn't get before.
It took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that because all that time that don't want to say wasted, but you know that they had left back their childhood, everything that they want to do as teenagers, they didn't have a chance because they weren't liked, they weren't popular. So now they're trying to make, you know, and they're trying to make themselves that way, you know. So that's why they're going through all the face surgeries, the Botox, the plastic surgery, all of this, you know. Then while they're pushing themselves out there to these men instead of allowing these men to come to them.
Well, Darcey said this time she's gonna. Well, I mean, she kind of looked a little. I'm not saying she was. Desperado. She looked a little. No, she just looked like maybe a little bit drunk when she was saying it. She was like, "This time I'm gonna let a man find me," you know, or she's like, this time I'm gonna bag him," and then she goes back and she's like, "Actually, he's gonna bag me. I'm gonna let him come bag me," or whatever she said, and it's like.
And the daughters need more time too because they were funny.
Yeah,
especially with when
they're taking advantage of it though. I don't know if you guys have noticed. They're all over TikTok. They're all over Instagram. Darcey's posting her eldest daughter. Like they're
her and Aspen do a lot of videos.
But when they were going over my thing was they were going over the music video at the table. The girls, it was like crickets. I'm like, stop. They were just like
garbage.
They're like, Mom, no, please stop.
I can totally sniff out though that there's some coached moments going on though here, and I can sniff them out. One is looking at Darcey's daughters on Instagram. You know, they're always dressed up and whatever. You can totally tell that sometimes before certain scenes, like maybe at dinner before school or whatever, like the night before, you're gonna tell all of the kids like kind of take it down, like don't come to the table full makeup, whatever, or like even. I feel like with Mike, they had to tell him, like, don't sit there and say everything in our favor. Like, you have to be brutally honest. And a lot of times production will have meetings weeks, at least 1 week or 2 weeks with the people, the cast members of the show to let them know, like over and over again, they'll like trial out confessionals to make sure that they are coached in saying the right things. Because once you like, again, the audience isn't stupid. We can see through everything. So if everybody comes to the table like all blitzed out at like 9:00 at night for family dinner, or if Mike's like, my daughters are just the sweetest things, it's like this, nobody's buying this crap, you know?
Because we would all say, Mike, you're lying. We have years of footage to the contrary. Stop.
Yeah. All right. So we do have Potomac to cover in 30 minutes with Sherelle, so I do have to jump on with her. But before we do go, guys, I'm going to see if Shan's mic will work again to say bye. But we'll go around the room. Carla, do you want to say anything before we dip?
I think I'm with Jamal on this. I think I do want to see more of Mike time. I definitely want to see more of the daughters. I'm definitely not interested in seeing Darcey in her ugly cry face. I don't want I don't want to deal with it. And I really want to see if Florian is cheating. Because for some reason, I feel like Darcey got something up her sleeve. Like I said, I feel like Darcey wants Florian, and she's not, because she feels like Stacey is super happy with this relationship. She's gonna be vindictive, Debbie, and she's gonna.
You think that Darcey wants Florian?
Yes, absolutely.
No,
That's why
no
she tries
way.
to pick somebody that's close to what Florian looks like. Have you not noticed that?
That's not a Florian thing. That's a Darcey Stacey mental competitive, always having the exact same Nissan apartment, marriage at the same time. That's their own mental twindom thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I don't
You know
I
me.
don't
I'm always thinking outside the box.
I know, and I like that you're skeptical. Alexis, do you have anything to say before we dip out?
Well, I agree with Jamal too, because I have 3 sisters, and we do compete with each other, and they do want you to succeed, but not more than them. So that's true.
Never
Okay,
outshine
fair
the master.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that with my brothers and sisters because I just outshine them all.
Oh my
No,
God,
Adam. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I really don't. I'm just kidding. I swear, I'm just kidding. I've just had a lot of espresso. I'm in a really good mood. I love a good Monday morning. Not as much as
No
I love
more
a Saturday
espresso.
night, but no. What? Don't try to take me down. That's why I go to bed at like 9 o'clock at night. I crash by like 7:15. I'm like, all right, Jamal. Before we dip,
no, I think we're all good. Just more mic time, more kid time, like in a sprinkling of Darcey and Stacey. I think it'll be good.
yeah, I think if we incorporate the family a little bit more, give the parents some more time, give the kids a little bit of time, and not center it so much on Darcey crying and the same thing that we always get from Darcey on 90 Day Fiance, they could have a success because we want to see Stacey's 90-day experience. Mike obviously has a presence because people like him. He's already a fan favorite of the show. You know, like the daughters, again, I think there's more dynamics and dimension here. We just can't have it masked with Darcey's crying in her same storyline.
And I do want to see who their friends are. I'm interested in what kind of...
Their friends are each other.
No, I want to see if they have
friends
outside of them. I would like to see what their take on their life is. The real... Yeah.
What's her name? The girl that had the throw up emojis in the reunion?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember, but yeah, I want those people because they're going to give you an aspect outside of that bubble. That's what I want to see.
I feel like Darcey and Stacey too would be the type of like girls that would not have prettier friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No,
I feel like they would not have a table with cameras around and have like their friends like Brittany and Sarah and whoever and all of them like all dolled up in their 20s making
bad for business.
It would be Gertrude, Mabel, Helen.
Yeah,
they'd be like the homely, like
the grandma.
Yeah, they're gonna be so homely. They're gonna look like they're from Middleton, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, they're not having no one cook. Because especially when they have men younger than them, it ain't happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. All right. So guys, thank you for calling in. Please join us again on Sherelle's World. I'm gonna go ahead and drop everyone down. I'm gonna have Shan say what her last goodbyes, and then see you guys in 30 minutes. Bye guys.
Bye.
All right, Shan. I hope you're. Is it working?
This better?
It's better. It's better. All right.
So basically the only way I'll watch it is if they're going to implement some therapy. I can't watch these women who have not done any therapy or self-work because we're just going to see the same thing over and over and over.
That's the thing. It's like the story. You're right.
I want some therapy. I'm not even saying this shady. I think it would be really beneficial for the audience because we could all learn something from it. I know it's definitely not the plan of the show, but I can't waste my brain cells. There's only so many left.
So you're not being shady like Tom saying get therapy. You're being like just true blue, like almost like Housewives in a sense, like conflict resolution. Like there's obviously a lot of conflict going on here. So we need some resolution.
Yeah, that saying, you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results is the definition of insanity, or however that saying goes. It's the same thing. You guys aren't going to have success if you haven't fixed what's wrong. So I can't support it. I can't watch it. I can't.
So, okay, I'm interested. I have one more question before we jump off.
Yeah.
And I don't ever like to talk kids, but I do. We have talked kids in the Housewife franchises before. So, and we've talked about how their parents' behavior affects them. So I did say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree with Mike, being like, obviously in the family, they like to date foreign. Do you think Aspen and Aniko are going to pick up any of these like learned behaviors of wanting to date abroad or whatever? Or do you think they're going to be like this? I never want to go through this.
Well, that's just it. Don't you find, like, even in your own youth, you've mentioned your family and the divorce, et cetera, and look how long you've been with your fiance for. So I think it's up to that kid to choose that route. You can either be aware of what your parents are doing and choose the opposite. So it just depends how aware are her daughters.
I feel like there's always one though that follows like the parent, and then there's the one that kind of goes off and does their own thing, almost like on Smothered, you know, like there's like that one daughter that's
right.
just like mother, like daughter, and then there's the other one that's just like, I forgot who they are, but you know, the Italian ones on Smothered.
Yes, exactly. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, and she's like, I want to be nothing like you guys. You guys are crazy, and she's like, what? She's just like me. It's like,
yeah. Darcey, so that's my thought.
All right, Shan.
So no shade.
I love that, and thank you for calling in. And I agree. Therapy would be good. I think we could all use therapy.
So if they do that, can you let me know and I'll tune in?
I definitely will.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, have a good day. All right, guys. So again, that was probably the third time. Actually, it was the third time that we recapped Darcey and Stacey. So it was a great episode. I'm excited for more to come. Shan's obviously out. Jamal's going to be watching. Carla's going to be watching. Alexis is watching. And I hope the rest of you are too, or else I'm not going to be recapping. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, please like this video. It helps get lots of more eyes on it. And go check out my free vacation giveaway on my page. I'm giving away a free vacation. So if you haven't applied for it, I don't know why. Also, what time is it? I'm going live in 24 minutes with Sherelle on Sherelle's World to talk the Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't miss it. Bye, guys. This is the Awkward and Broad.